Super Doppler 10 Weather Center. This is a severe weather alert.
Good morning, everyone. And it's obviously too late to pick up one of these at Farm Fresh, unless they're one of their 24-hour stores. But it's our Hurricane Ready Guide 2016. You can download it off WAVY.com. You can find it there. Taking a look at what's going on throughout the area. These are really nice to have, by the way. Put in the fridge so you know what's going on, what to do, what kind of things you can do. Some good hints for you. Our winds are starting to pick up into the Hampton Road cities. Dead-on winds of what, 22, 26 miles an hour, especially closer to the water's edge. Farther inland, they're not as bad, certainly. And we're seeing winds slack off temporarily toward Hatteras right now. They were steady at over 40 miles an hour, 35, 40 miles an hour, and gusting at times to around 50, 55 just a while ago. And we did have a report of some damage at a campground there, and there were several injuries reported, but nothing beyond that that I can tell you all about. And again, that the wind gusts above 15, well, they've got 31 mile an hour wind gusts here. For some reason, Kill Devil Hills is missing, but they've been around 35 miles an hour, 35 miles an hour toward Edenton. But look at this, into the Hampton Road cities, we're starting to see some bands of heavier rain, and they have some stronger winds within them as well. So we're seeing wind gusts to around 40 miles an hour right now as well. A little bit closer view, 39, 40, 30, 31, 40 into Hampton. Farther inland, winds are not gusting above 15 miles an hour at present. Here's some of that moderate rainfall. We did have a fairly moderate over much of the peninsula, but it's lightened up just a little bit for now. But you can see it all the way into Southampton County. Here's Route 460 right now coming into Suffolk. Once you hit Suffolk, a very steady moderate rainfall, and that continues for most of the south side. And you can see again some moderate rainfall bands of moderately heavy rainfall going on across, well, there's Roanoke Island right on into here, northern, there's Oregon Inlet right there, that little dot, or that little area right there. And of course, Hatteras Island has seen extremely heavy rainfall. We did have a flash flood warning in effect for Hatteras Island and into Ocracoke Island, but that was allowed to expire at 2 o'clock in the morning. And of course, right now it's 2:17. We are live showing you what's going on with this storm, and I want to just draw a little bit as to where this storm is. What we've got going on are winds that are coming in like that out of the south right on into here, and the center of the storm is right about into here, and that's going to continue advancing its way northeastward right through Hatteras Island. These bands of rainfall are out ahead of it, and these bands of rainfall are going to continue to lift northward right on up into the Hampton Road cities as well. The 11 p.m. update from the Hurricane Center. There's where it was at 11 o'clock. Here's where it's expected to be by 8 o'clock in the morning, and making its way toward the Pamlico Sound and Hatteras Island. Now, from there, it's not moving as fast. It'll take it all day long, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to move on out to sea. Once it moves out to sea, it gets a little bit stronger, encounters some warmer waters. And the thing about it is, even though it's no longer a tropical storm, it still gets stronger. It's just a regular old storm as it moves on northward. And we're going to see tides come up tomorrow around 11 o'clock in the morning. And those tides tomorrow morning at around 11 o'clock are likely to be the worst ones. And then what's going to happen with this thing hanging into here, they'll drop on down to moderate tidal flooding coming up for Sunday and into Monday as well. By Wednesday evening, finally that thing is starting to move on away. This is one of those things. There's an internet meme, and I'll use it. Go home, Hermine. You're drunk. Look at this. For the while, it looks fine, and then it just kind of goes nuts into here. The forecast models don't know what to do with it, so it's just this mess right on into here. So we, again, that's going to keep our tides up. The highest tide is going to be tomorrow or this morning at 11:09, 6.6 on the low end of severe tidal flooding. And I'm just looking at a chart below me here. Irene, for example, was 7.5. Isabel was 7.9, so that's certainly not as high as those, but it's high enough. It's the highest we've had in a few years. There's where it is by Saturday evening at close to midnight, 6 feet. That's where things are Sunday morning, and then on into Sunday night, 5:40, 5.4 feet as well. So into the moderate tidal flooding range coming up once that storm gets stuck offshore. Rainfall totals, these have been updated a little bit. They've been going back and forth in terms of where the heavy rainfall is. We could see 5 5 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches between now and on into Saturday afternoon and evening. And that's really the bulk of the rainfall. Farther northward, not as much, but I do tend to think we'll see some rain. 3 o'clock in the morning, 41, 50, 63-mile-an-hour winds at Kill Devil Hills. It drops off at 6 o'clock, but still, they'll kind of bounce up and down in terms of these strong winds along the coastline, even at Chincoteague, Wallops Island area, into the 45-mile-an-hour range. But look at this. Finally, by the afternoon hours, those winds should tend to taper off across the Outer Banks and for most of the Virginia coastline. But they're not going to drop off completely into the day on Sunday. And remember, that thing is going to still filter in some northerly winds into the area, and that'll tend to continue giving us some tidal flooding through at least Sunday, moderate tidal flooding. Worst tidal flooding will be tomorrow morning around 11 o'clock. Tomorrow night at around 11 o'clock, it drops off a little bit, and then from there on in into Sunday and Monday, it'll hang around as moderate tidal flooding. You won't be able to get through on a lot of streets, likely into the first part of next week. Now, we're going to go ahead and just show you this, and then we're going to close things out. I've run longer than I'm supposed to, but it's the middle of the night. I can be long-winded. Here's what's going on. The storm again to the northeast of Wilmington as of about 2 o'clock in the morning. Here's a future track computer model. Here's where things are by 10:30 coming up on Saturday morning. It does seem to have a pretty decent handle on it, moving the heaviest rain on out to sea, but still a north-northeasterly wind into the Hampton Roads cities and more of a northerly wind, not so much northwesterly. So it doesn't look like we'll see sound side flooding that's really appreciable, and at least it doesn't look like it at this point for the Outer Banks. There's where things are by 4:30 in the afternoon. Now we're again away from any high tide. There's where the storm is, about 100 miles perhaps off the coastline, a little bit farther than that off the coastline by 11 o'clock at night on the edge of the screen here. Still some strong winds out at sea. They're starting to drop off over land, become more northerly. We move on into Sunday morning at 6. That storm is still hanging around offshore. You can see where we are behind me. So that thing is still out there, and it's still strong. It's still likely to have 65, 70-mile-an-hour winds. Look at the winds out into here. These orange colors are indicating 50-mile-an-hour winds here, and not as much wind for us on land. But still, that's going to hold the tides up with those northerly winds. There's where things are. Finally, by Sunday evening at 10, we are looking at that storm to hang around offshore. In fact, it could return a little bit closer to land. It's not likely to be returning right over the top of us, but it is going to be close enough, quite likely, to where we could see, again, the tides continue. This is where things are by Monday at 1:30 in the afternoon, and finally into Monday night at midnight. It's still out there, again, and it could still be producing some high tides. Again, we've got winds that are moving northward through the area. I was going to show you that last, and that was it, but that was it. Again, we've got winds picking up throughout the area, rain certainly heavy throughout the area. Winds are tapered off for now at Cape Hatteras. I think we can still see some, certainly at Kill Devil Hills, certainly into the Hampton Roads cities. We'll be back in around an hour with a full update. Jeremy Wheeler will be joining me as well. Actually, in about a half an hour, 45 minutes, we'll be on with an update. So stay tuned, stay up with us, be safe, don't go anywhere. It's the middle of the night, it's raining, there's some flooded streets. Take care, everybody. We'll see you later.